Hey, what's up, you guys? Listen, I am super excited about today's episode as we are getting ready to talk about the power of live events. And I know that that's a topic that most are not talking about because the thing is all about online live events. But today I'm talking about actual live in-person events and the power of those. And I know that since COVID, there was a decline in those events, but then now there's starting to be an uptick of live events. But the thing about it is that I still see that there's some people that are afraid of what will live events do for them and how will it serve them in their business. Y'all, I have a phenomenal episode planned for you with some tips on really stepping into the power of live events and using those live in-person events to grow your business, to strategically grow your business, because you don't want to just be out here in these streets just doing things just to do a thing, right? But you want to be doing things that are really intentional and are in alignment with God's assignment for your life and for your business. Because around here, we're all about pursuing things from purpose and not from pressure. And so when you're doing things without a plan and you're doing things without an intentional focus, then that's when you start to come from a place of pressure. But when you can really slow it down and understand the power behind live events and in-person events and how they can serve you in your business and how you can position yourself well in it, then you can come from a place of purpose. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Get your pen, get your paper, because I have an amazing episode in store for you. What's up, leader? Welcome to the Gifted Entrepreneur Show, the dopest podcast on the planet that explores the world of Christian entrepreneurship and reveals secrets to unlocking your unique codes to create generational wealth. I'm your host, LaDondra Hervey, wife, mom, award-winning author, and Christian business coach who's excited to take you on a transformational journey of taking bold steps to unlock your unique gifts and pursue your entrepreneurial dreams with unwavering faith. Buckle up. It's time to make your dreams of creating generational wealth a reality. Hey, what's up, everybody? Listen, before we get into today's episode, I have a quick question for you. How are you looking on setting up your fourth quarter goals? Like, we are literally in the fourth quarter. It's October 2nd as of the recording of this, October 2nd, 2023. And we are getting ready to enter into our fourth quarter. And for those of you who are those really go-getters who are about Father God's business, have you taken time to really set time aside to see, okay, where am I going in 2024? What is Father God's heart for my business, and what plans or strategies do I need to be putting in place to really step into that? Around here, our goal is to not come from pressure. Like, we literally want to position ourselves where we're coming from a place of purpose. And the best way to do that is to plan ahead of time, to go ahead and get a strategy down for how you're going to be entering into 2024. The Hebrew theme for the year is the year of open doors, y'all. That is such a beautiful thing. The year of open doors. And if you're really looking to step into those open doors, let us help you to really put a plan in place to monetize your gifts, to really get your operations in place with your people, with your profit, get a profit producing strategy in place, and to really get those operations going where you're not being the bottleneck of your company's growth. Many of you are being a bottleneck of your company's growth and it's really hindering you from entering into that next level. And then there's some of you who are in that place to where you haven't stepped into that next level of taking on that dominion mindset, where you're stepping into your brand authority from a place of purpose and from a place where you know that you are taking ownership in a certain level of territory that has been assigned to you, your gift zone. And so what my team will help you to do is really to step into your gift zone and create a brand authority, brand of influence around your gifts so that you can get known for the thing that you have been called to do. And then there are those of you who are like, you got so many ideas because you're high visionary and you're really ready to step into a place of expansion. But then it's like, okay, how can you expand when you have so many ideas in place? Let us help you to get a plan in place and hone in on the most profit producing idea for this season, that's going to be the anchor that that causes the other ideas to branch off into other additional streams of income so that you can scale into that next level. Go ahead and look into the description and look at the one-on-one coaching, because we would really love to serve you in that way. It's time to step into those open doors, but you have to take that first step to open the door, right? And part of doing that is really getting in partnership with coaches who can really see you. They don't see just another program and they're just not coaching you through another cookie cutter program, but they're really seeing your kingdom blueprint and helping you to step into that strategically. And so we would love to help you do that. All right, all right, all right, all right. I'm excited, y'all, because me and my team, Coach Dawn, Shannon, we have been really boots on the ground in my new community that I recently moved in about a year ago. And the Lord sent us here in Waxahachie. Y'all like that? Waxahachie, very country, right? But I love the country town of Waxahachie. I love the people. I love the culture. I love the business owners around here. I love everything about it. And I didn't even know what I was stepping into. I just know that God said go. How many of you have been in that place to where God has just said go? And you were obedient. Literally the words that I heard God say after a sermon, my husband and I was in the backyard of my old home. He said, I can't bless you here. I will bless you there. And he gave me the town, Waxahachie. And I'm like, I don't know nothing about this town except for there's a famous singer named Tevin Campbell who is out of Waxahachie. Shout out to Waxahachie, Tevin Campbell. And I saw it on the sign on the way going to Austin. That's all I knew about it. But yet and still we were obedient and we moved here about a little over a year ago, and it's just been an incredible experience. And one of the things after me being here in the lovely town of Waxahachie is that I have met so many incredible business owners, and I've had the opportunity to really put some boots on ground and really understand the market around here. And so much that we decided to host a live in-person event coming up October the 14th, and we're really excited about this event. And it's going to be for local business owners, and the heart behind it is business owners elevating one another's businesses, and then also to bring awareness to those local businesses that are not getting much foot traffic, or that others in the surrounding towns that don't have no idea that these amazing businesses exist. And so after just putting boots on ground and really understanding the culture around here, the Lord placed it on my heart to do that event. If you are around Waxahachie, the local surrounding areas of DFW, we invite you to join us for the Waxahachie Business Tour, where we will be literally elevating business owners in a fun way. We're going to have a tour, and we're going to have live music. We're going to have Ellie, the art bus, who's going to come out and do some amazing artwork with the adults and the children, food. It's going to be an incredible experience. But y'all, as I've been putting on this event, and if you want to join us, the link is in the description. We will post that. We only have limited vendor opportunities available, so you definitely want to go ahead and register for that if you are local to us or in the surrounding areas. Okay, so as I was putting this on, and me and my team, we have literally learned this some amazing lessons that I want to share with you, and why the live in person events, why they're so powerful. Because let me tell you, they are powerful. And I'm gonna just start here. Here's the first reason why they are so powerful, and it's not even the first one that you can write, but you can write it. This is the bonus first reason. Okay, so like I said, I've only been here for just a little over a year, but in that first year I just settled in. So I have been doing all of my business pretty much online, except for my conference that I host. But I decided, like I said, to do this local event. And from just this is just about a month ago. Like, I literally just got involved with the community, literally just about a month ago, maybe about a month and a half, somewhere in there, but no more than that, right? I joined the local chamber. I joined their downtown merchants association, and just been really going around town and introducing myself to other business owners, literally. That's what I'm calling boots on ground, right? And from that, you guys, I have, it's like my name has already gone across town. Like, people, when I step in their store, they're like, "Oh, I know you. Like, I saw you either at your ribbon cutting, or they've seen marketing go out around the event, and they've seen my name on the marketing." And so it's like the event is creating buzz within the community that I couldn't have created if I would have just been behind the computer and just doing live events, which I've been doing for years at this point. But doing it like this, like, I have seen a rapid acceleration in my business and in the community, and the impact that we're already making. And so that's why I wanted to come in and share a few of the things that we have, a few of the lessons and a few of the tips that we have learned along this journey. Because again, this is not our first event that we have put on. I've put on plenty of in-person retreats. I've put on conference. I've participated in conferences. Like, I've done a lot of things, right? But the way that we did this one, there were some really powerful lessons that I want to share with you guys, because I think that if you really apply some of these tips and you really start to understand why they're so powerful, I think that it's going to help you shift your mind about those in-person events, and to shift your strategy so that you can really start to amplify your impact and your income. Your impact and your income. And you know, around here, we're legacy minded. And so both of those matter. So here's one of the first reasons why live events are so powerful. Number one, write this down, is that it builds know, like, and trust factor quicker. Okay. So, like I said, we have literally put fear behind us, and we have stopped making it about us. Like, what, and when I say stop making it about us, like, you know, a lot of times we get in our head and we won't get from behind the computer, because we're thinking, "Oh, what are other people going to think about me? What if they ask me a question that I don't know? What if I get rejected? What if," all the things that just comes up in our mind, right? But when you're thinking like that, you're making it about you and not the impact that you can create in the other person's lives or other people's lives. And so when you can get past that mindset barrier, and you can actually put what we call boots on ground and go into these different organizations, small businesses — that's what we were doing, small businesses — and introduce yourself personally, shaking a hand and sharing why, what your heart is behind what you're doing, and see what their heart is behind what they're doing, and get to know a little bit of the history and what their story is and why they started that business. You're going to find that you're going to build know, like, trust so much quicker. And when you build that know, like, trust quicker, then what's going to happen is then, instead of you feeling like you got to put on a sales pitch, or you feel like you're going to have to put all this money in ads and just all these things, you're literally just going face to face and getting eyeball to eyeball, person handshake to handshake, or hug to hug to a person, and literally you're building know, like, trust faster. Because like I said, literally been here and involved, I'm gonna say involved, for like the last month and a half, and I have made so many incredible friends that are going to attend my live event that I'm hosting October the 14th. And so that power of live events is that not only are you having a live event, but you're getting to know real live people, their stories, and what their heart behind the things that they're doing. Okay. So number 2 is that when you're putting on a live event, right? And you are in these events, right? I'm gonna go back. Let me go back before we go to number 2. A part of that build know, like, trust factor quicker, when they're at your live events, they trust you. So they trust you to build that relationship, to lead them, to really partner. And so again, it's going to make for more referrals for you. It's going to make for great friendships. It's going to make for partners in the future. It's so many things that come from that. So that know, like, trust factor, please don't take it lightly. Please don't take it lightly, because it's one of the biggest things that you need to grow your business. And it's one of the biggest things that I see a lot of entrepreneurs run from, because of that fear of what are people going to think about me and all the things. Well, what are they going to think without you? Let me just say that. Let's shift that perspective there. What are they going to think without you? Because see, what we found is that many of these business owners are behind their four walls and they're suffering in silence. And so we have literally been given gifts to be a solution to other people's problem. So what they're thinking without you coming in their doors and making an impression upon their heart, they're thinking thoughts of hopelessness. They're thinking thoughts of giving up and quitting and closing the doors to their virtual or their in-person store. There's so many things that's happening because we're not willing to get out of our fear, get out of our comfort zone, and to stop making it about us and start making it about them. What are people thinking without us? Like without us showing up and making an impression on their heart and in their minds, and really sharing the gifts that we have to offer, because we've really been given gifts to be a gift. And so that's what, as generational change agents, that's how we want to position our business, because it's bigger than us. It's bigger than our fears. It's bigger than our inadequacies. It's bigger, right? Okay, let's go to number 2. Y'all ready for number 2? Number two. Okay. The power of live events is that you get to research your audience in real life. Go figure. Yes, y'all might think that these tips are so like simple, and it's like, oh my gosh, like I already know that, right? But how well are you applying what you know? So wisdom is knowledge applied, right? And so you may think, okay, I already knew that, but how well are you applying that? And one of the best ways to apply that is through live events. And so as we are gearing up for this live event, again, we're going into these business owner stores, right? And we're talking to them personally. And as we're talking to them personally, we're getting to understand when is their slow months. We're getting to understand what are their pain points. We're getting to understand what makes them tick. Where are they struggling? We're getting to understand their motivations. We're even getting to understand their deep desires of things that they have not told anyone else, because no one has walked in the door and asked those questions. So these are those deep things that they are suffering in silence about, but no one has walked in the doors, and you get to do that research. So when you're starting to how this works is then you have that research, and when you're putting together your live events, which next week I'm going to talk about another part of this, and really how to execute on on putting together a live event. Some really great tips about this, but right now I want to shift your mindset about the live events. And so when you do these live events and you get that type of real life feedback from your ideal client's mouth, not only are you able to put on a more powerful event that meets them at the point of their need, then you're also going to have their very words to use in your marketing, in your copy, or when you're on the radio station, which we were just this morning, or when you're doing your Facebook lives and anything else that you're doing. You literally have their words. And so when the other person on the other end, or when you're on stage putting your speech out there to them, when you're speaking or making your offer, when you're speaking, they're going to feel like, oh my gosh, she literally knows me. Like, how in the heck does she know me and what I'm going through? It's like she's living in my head. Well, I was in your head because you shared everything that you were going through, and I just intentionally or strategically pull things together in a way that really serve you at the point of your need. And so a lot of times we're like, okay, why is my business not growing? Why are people not accepting my offer? Why are they scrolling past? Why am I not enrolling people in my courses and different things? Well, you missed the pre-work. You missed the pre-work of the research, and the best research is that in-person, belly-to-belly, eyeball-to-eyeball research. And in the absence of that, then get on a live Zoom call with them where you're able to, again, belly-to-belly, eyeball-to-eyeball. And then if you can't do that, get on the phone. Like, we got to humanize business again in a way to where it feels good and we're connecting. We're making meaningful connections that does not feel like a transaction. Because I guarantee you that the business owners that we've connected with, they don't feel like that they are a transaction. They're literally excited that we're walking through their doors. I cannot express this enough. So if you've been in a place to where you're feeling stuck and you're like, okay, I don't know what's the next step to grow my business. Like, I don't know. And you're thinking, like, I put out all the courses, I've wrote the book, I've been speaking, I've done all the things. I want you to consider, have you stopped to do the live in-person research, and have you stopped to consider what live event may serve my audience, and how can I strategically put that on in a way that is going to really resonate with my ideal audience? Okay, so the third and the last thing I'm going to share with you today, because this is a lot, and if you're really hearing what I'm putting out, this is going to serve you. Okay, so the power of live events is then you become the go-to resource person. So you create that TOMA in your ideal client's mind. TOMA, top of mind awareness. You create that type of mind awareness to where when a business owner is thinking, okay, who do I need to know for XYZ, they're going to think about you, regardless if it's directly for your service or it's directly for you to make a referral for somebody else. They're thinking about you. The first person that comes to mind, they're thinking about you. You become that middle point for other businesses to connect. And then quite naturally, if they need your service, guess who they're thinking about? They're thinking about you. And so in the kingdom, things are backwards from the world's way. And so in the kingdom, it says give first, and it will be given back to you. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over in your lap. So what that means from a business perspective is you give first, be the first resource, be the first one to serve, be the first one to give back. And then it will be given back to you. That gives back to you can be in those referrals and becoming a client, direct client, or it could be strategic partnerships. It could be volunteering at your event. There's so many things. And then you start to create this overflow. Literally from this live event, we've had people asking, how can they volunteer? How can they pray for us? How can they partner with us? Like, how can they become a vendor? Is it too late? Like, all these amazing things. Now, mind you, I am brand new to the community. So if you had any resistance and you're like, okay, how can I break into a market? It's possible. It's a mindset issue. You're the only thing that's getting in your own way. And it may be that not only is it a mindset, but you haven't researched your market enough to be able to get out there and to speak to them in the way that they're needing to. And I will tell you, let me just set you free a little bit, because you may be get into perfectionism mode and be like, well, oh my gosh, I'm going to stay behind a computer for 13 years. And then, I know I'm being dramatic, but you may be like, okay, I'm going to do research for the next 6 months. Please don't do that. Don't get behind the computer and do research for the next 6 months and be like, okay, what are the average incomes that the employers or small businesses are making around here? Y'all been there, done that. Okay. The best research is to get out there and just start asking questions. And it's a beautiful thing to be curious. Come from a place of curiosity and come from a place of connection. Curiosity and connection are going to be your absolute best friend. Don't make it about you. Make it about them. Ask genuine, thought-provoking questions and really just build a relationship. Don't try to seek nothing out of that. See what you can, what relationship you can build, hear their heart, and then process that information, and then come back and strategically think about, okay, how can I serve? How can I genuinely serve this organization according to my gifts? Y'all, when you do that, I kid you not, there's so many open doors that you're going to experience in your business. I cannot tell you how many people that I've met. Mind you, I am new. I can't express that enough. So I'm going to say it. NEW, bold, new. And there's been people who've been like, I've been praying for a coach like you. I've been praying and waiting for someone, and I'm like, they're like, there's coaches around here, but like, it's like almost like this is a divine appointment. You want to know why? First and foremost, favor of God, but second of all, just genuine care. I think that we got to just get back to the part where we care more. We care more. We care enough to get into the community, put boots on ground, get eyeball to eyeball, belly to belly, hear the hearts of the people that we're trying to serve, and then get back in person and put on some live events. And don't expect perfection, expect impact. Don't expect perfection. Expect impact and excellence. And y'all, when I say excellence, that's as unto God. How would you, as you're moving through and you're strategizing your live events with excellence, are you doing it as unto God? Is it as unto God's heart? Is it as unto God's mind? Is it as unto God's intentions for your life and for the people that you're being called to serve? Only you can, you know that. You know the answer to that. And if you don't, get still enough to hear God, because I promise He will give you the answer. He said, if you need wisdom, seek wisdom. Ask. All you got to do is ask, and He will give it to you. He will freely give it to you. I pray that this episode has been a blessing to you as we're stepping into our we're in the fourth quarter, but we're really accelerating into that next year, 2024. Y'all already got my word of the year for 2024. The Lord has already impressed this upon my heart. I know how I'm going to be incorporating that word of the year into my next year goals and plans, and really laying out different things for my team. And as we gear up for our team retreat and really dig into all the things, if you're really trying to elevate your business in that way, let's talk. Stop playing games with your business. Stop saying what's not possible and start partnering with who can make all things possible. And just give him your yes and let him be the one who provides the seed to you, the sower, as you obediently step into your next level of life and business.
Did that episode feel juicy or what? If so, please do me a favor and take 30 seconds to write a review. Your review helps us to spread the mission of creating generational wealth around the world. And if you tag me on IG stories, I'll be sure to reshare the love. And don't forget to join our Kingdom Collaborators Network, where we're coming together to intentionally collaborate to grow our business. Until next time, remember, for with Christ, nothing is impossible.